Hey guys, it's megane-tapir back at it again, and this week I thought maybe I'd talk about something a little bit more serious in the video, even though I'm drawing something really fucking stupid in the background. Last night I watched a video by Jamie Dodger, and I was like, wow, he's so cool, because the video was him talking to his parents, like, asking them questions about what it was like to be the parent of a trans kid. And I was like, wow, that's so cool, because his parents were, like, so supportive. But I want to talk about the flip side of that. I want to talk about what it's like when you're trans and you've been out for a few years, and your father is not supportive whatsoever. So, let's get right into that shit. I'll link Jamie's video in the description below because it's just a very sweet video, and his parents seem like such good people. But, let's get into my story. Okay, so a few years ago, in like freshman year of high school, I came out as trans to my parents. It was first my sister and my mom over ice cream, and they were like, why do you use the name Harlow on Facebook now? So I told them there, and then I had to explain my social anxiety to my dad, like, a few months later, and I was like, one of the main things I said was like, it's especially hard for someone who is trans like myself, and he was okay with it at first. He seemed really accepting at first. He was like, oh, okay, whatever, and he started using my preferred name right away, and I was like, hey, this is cool. He's gonna, keep it up and keep working on this. But right now, it has been 4 years, and he has made no effort to change anything except for my preferred name. He has been calling me his daughter, he has been calling me she, her, and has been just kinda... He only really, tells people that I'm trans or calls me his son when it gets him, bonus points. Like, oh, look how fucking inclusive I am. I have a trans kid. And it's stupid. It's really stupid. I'm not here to make him seem like such a progressive person. I am having my own problems. I have been so suicidal in my life before, mainly because of him, but that's a different story. But I've been going through a lot of shit in my life, and he only cares when it benefits him, which is hardly ever. And it really sucks not having a supportive father in this, because, everyone's like, oh man, father-son bonding time, that must be so cool. And, it is okay at some points, but he never sees me as his son during those points. He just sees me still as his daughter, which fucking is the worst thing ever. And I just act like I'm okay with it because I don't want to say anything, that would be rude, and if I say anything about it, he gets angry and he starts to belittle me and everything I stand for. So it's not really cool for me to defend myself around him, which goes into the bit of emotional abuse he's been putting on me since I was very young. But we're not gonna talk about that this video. Not gonna make myself sad today, because today's a good day so far. But it really does suck being trans and not having supportive parents. Well, both of your parents supporting you. My mom supports me well enough. I'm pretty sure she's a little bit confused on it still. She doesn't know exactly what dysphoria is, but she's trying her best, and that's what matters, whereas my dad is not trying whatsoever. We have a little chalkboard in the kitchen, and I've written on it 2 years ago, hey, the pronouns you can use to define me are they, them, or he, him. and then, like, scratched out she, her multiple times to be like, hey, this is a friendly reminder. I put that up there when it was first starting out, when I was like, hey, maybe he'll need some help remembering what pronouns to use. And I was right, he did need some help, but the help he needed was, like, within himself to actually fully accept it and respect my decision. I remember how happy I felt after he just seemed so accepting of it. When I first told him, I made a Facebook post saying, like, this just goes to show you, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So, now here we are. He minds a lot. He minds so much. He only doesn't mind when it gives him something fun to talk about and be like, wow, I'm such a good dad. Look at me. Look at me. I'm such a good dad. I'm supportive of my trans child. He doesn't even say trans son usually. It's just trans kid. Because he doesn't want to think of me as a boy, even though I have been on testosterone for 6 months now. And I've been getting a lot of facial hair recently, but I'm still his little girl, which sucks. It's terrible, and my heart really goes out to people who don't have even one supportive parent, or, like, any people supporting them in their transition. It must be so hard for them, because I know how hard it is for me, just having one person not being supportive of me in my everyday life. I can't imagine having, non-supportive friends or family, or, direct family, because, like, my grandma, or my great aunt, I call her my grandma because, like, my mom went to live with her when she was 13, but my grandma acts like she's all supportive of it when we're at, like, family events together, but for my birthday, she sent me, like, this pink, glittery card that was like, happy birthday, granddaughter, you're the best granddaughter, love having you as a granddaughter, but with my preferred name in there, so it was weird, and she also addressed it to, like, my dead name, so that's fun. But my uncle, my actual uncle, I'm not just calling him my uncle, my actual uncle sent me a letter being like, hey, I know I heard what you were going through, and I just wanted to say I'm here to support you. And I'm like, thanks, you're my favorite uncle. Anyway, it must be really hard for people who don't have, like, 3 people in their lives supporting them from their family. So I really, as I said before, my heart really goes out to those people, and just know that it does get better. I used to be that kind of person who was like, oh no, it's never gonna get better. I'm so depressed, I want to kill myself so much. But now here I am, 4 years later, I'm okay. I'm feeling better about myself. I'm at a place where I'm somewhat satisfied in my life. And here's to keeping it up and keeping improving this situation. Well, and that's all for today. Remember, just kind of take it easy, man. But, still take it. Relax, and don't worry too much about things. But remember to pay attention to things that do need time to be paid attention to. Cool, bye!